Nope. All right, guys, listen, most real estate investors are still marketing like it's 2017. Same old websites, slow response times, and no clue how AI is already changing the game. But while others are out there panicking about market shifts, today's guest is leaning into it. He's the founder of Carrot, the lead gen platform behind tens of thousands of motivated seller deals, and he's been ahead of every major trend in real estate marketing for the last decade. And today, he's going to break down what's happening right now with seller search behavior and how you can start showing up in ChatGPT before your competitors even know what hit them. Welcome to the Closers Club, the place where real estate investors come to level up their lead gen, close more deals, and become undeniable in any market. So happy to have my friend Trevor Mauch here. Trevor, let's jump right into it. So you have said that you have said that where am I at here? My God.
You're good, man.
You said something super powerful in that seller behavior is shifting super fast, and that if investors don't, figure out AI and how to get into all of those different search results, they could be invisible in the next 12 months. So what exactly does that mean? And how can investors really lean into that to do what we came here to do, which is to get more leads and help more people?
Yeah, dude, at a high level. So one thing we've been talking about for a decade now at Carrot is how do you get in front of the most motivated leads, right?
Yeah.
And oftentimes the most motivated leads are the ones that are picking up their phone or going to their computer and they're actively searching and seeking out a solution.
Right.
And those are amazing because when they're motivated and they're actively seeking out a solution, they act faster, the deals close quicker, they tend
Less
to have
friction.
a higher profit. Yeah, they have a higher profit per deal by about 30 to 40%, according to some of our surveys. And people get a higher ROI. So those are all really good things, right? It requires fewer leads to get the deal, higher profit per deal because they're more motivated. But the challenge is about year, 2 years ago, as people started to use ChatGPT a little bit more for the daily stuff, we started to see some leads come through the platform that would say lead source ChatGPT.
Really?
Oh yeah, and
Wow.
I remember when GPT first came out, there were people that were saying SEO is dead, Google's dead, this is going to kill it. All I do is use GPT for everything now. And what I was saying, David, at that time was I was going, well, yeah, I mean, we're using it for those things, but are they going to use it to find a local provider for a problem that they've got?
Right.
When are they going to use it for that plumber or for the roofing provider in town or the real estate investor or agent?
Yeah.
And it actually started happening faster than I thought it was going to happen.
Yeah.
I knew it would happen, but it happened faster. And so what we found was diving in the back end of one of our Carrot clients' websites this week. He's in Georgia.
Okay.
And he uses a lot of video on his website. He's built a lot of trust and credibility. He's getting 2 to 3 GPT leads a week. And they're sellers.
Yeah.
And we started to see that across a lot of our clients and see, well, which ones are getting leads from Google's AI overviews or from ChatGPT or Perplexity and which ones aren't.
Right.
And one thing that we were finding, David, it wasn't always the ones that were ranked at the top of Google organic search in the past that were getting those GPT leads.
Really?
Oftentimes it was. There was a lot of overlap, but sometimes it wasn't. And so that's what we can kind of talk about on this is what can you do as a real estate investor to, number one, be not just relevant, to make sure that you're building that credibility hub that GPT and Google is looking for.
Right.
Because there is overlap on how SEO used to work and how it works today, but there's some core differences. Next thing, David, that's kind of cool is there might be people going, well, I don't want to do SEO. Well, this isn't about SEO. Okay. This is about building that credibility source, that credibility hub that makes all of your marketing work better. When you do that, you get rewarded massively with the AI tools because they're trying to put up the most credible local source that's going to solve that problem. So you hit 2 birds with 1 stone. You make your direct mail, your cold calling, your billboards, your bandit signs all convert better because you have a more credible source online. And now that credible source gets rewarded through the AI search engines, which is pretty cool. So we can take it any direction you want.
Yeah, no, I'm like right there. That's actually really great because oddly enough, like 2 hours ago, I went into ChatGPT and I hope my assistant's not watching this, but I'm like, tomorrow's her birthday. So I wanted to find like a hair and nail place. I just wanted to get her gift card. So I'm like, I need a place in Chattanooga that does, hair, nails, and it's kind of like a spa thing. And it gave me a bunch of results. Like it's exactly what we're talking about here. So what are the things that we can do as it maybe as a wholesaler, maybe even somebody who's just starting out? Like,
Yeah.
what are kind of those steps that would help them not only get found on Google, but
Mm.
also in the AIs?
Yeah, so there's a couple things that people have to do, and actually this happened this last week. I can't
Mhm.
remember the name of it. I downloaded it, but open source or OpenAI or ChatGPT, they rolled out their own browser. I don't know if you saw that.
I
They have their
saw
own.
that, but I haven't looked at it too much.
It's pretty darn good, and that's the
Really?
direction that Google's likely going to go. And
Hmm.
so I want people to shade the entire rest of the conversation that we're going to have with the future of search is not 10 results in Google that you got to click through and try to figure out what to do. The future of search is a distilled, curated list
Hmm.
of the best, most trusted providers according to that particular search. And so I'm going to walk through, David, how search has changed, and
Okay.
then I'm going to show people exactly what to do.
I
Okay.
love it.
So the way that search has changed, let's say 5 years ago, you would do a Google search, or we could pull the keywords from Google, and it would
Hmm.
tell us all these people are typing "sell my house fast" in Oregon or Chattanooga, right?
Hmm.
And you could optimize for those. You put that keyword all over the top of your title tag of your website and in your content, and
Yeah.
all over the place, and get some backlinks, and then you'd have a chance of ranking well. Okay. But that was when people would go to Google, and we would type stuff in Google that was, you would never say that phrase you just typed in Google in person, right?
Right. Right.
Like we would put "sell house fast Oregon" or "sell my house fast." You would never go out there and say that. Or I would type something in Google trying to fit in the topics, but it never really made sense.
Hmm.
And it was usually shorter searches in Google at that time. What we're finding, David, is now, because it's the AI tools are more of a contextual conversational engine, people are typing searches that are full sentences now.
Oh.
And so we're seeing the length of a search in a Google search or GPT, they're full sentences. It could be just like what you typed. Help me find
Hmm.
a company in Chattanooga that can buy my house for cash that's trustworthy. That's what
Right.
they're typing now. Okay.
Mm.
So the days of optimizing for keywords like we did in the past are over. And that started like that was ending a year or two ago. Okay.
Okay.
That was before GPT really started to hit it.
Hmm.
And the reason for it is this: is Google now is no longer, GPT is the same. It's no longer about keywords and getting those keywords all in that order and cramming them on your website.
Hmm.
It's about what they call entities. So I'm going to walk you through kind of what it is
Yeah. Please.
at the basic level, and then we're going to show people how to build these credibility profiles to
Okay.
make your website or your company stand out. So entities. The first thing with entities is anything that I'll just kind of walk through an example. So let's say there's that person looking to sell their house fast in Chattanooga. Okay.
Perfect.
An entity is, well, what do they want to do? Well, they're looking to sell. So the word sell is an entity. Okay.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of words around the word sell that might mean a similar thing. Sale, other things like that, cash. Then there's house. So the word "my" is a throwaway today. That doesn't mean anything. But the word house, that's an entity. What are they trying to sell? They're trying to sell a house.
Okay.
Where? Chattanooga. That's an entity. It's a location.
Okay.
Okay. And then maybe they add a qualifier, fast, or it's a probate house, or I inherited
Mhm.
house. Those are qualifiers. Those are each entities.
Okay.
And so what Google is looking for and ChatGPT is looking for is these individual words that might mean something, that they don't have to be in the exact order, but they're going to go out and find on your website or elsewhere, hey, who's a company that helps people to sell a house in Chattanooga?
Hmm.
And so we've got to build credibility around each one of those entities now. And I'm going to walk you through how to do that.
Yeah. So entities are different from keywords. Was it because the old keyword search had to be in a certain order? Is that what it was?
Pretty much, yeah, because people
Okay.
would be going after, like, the Google tool would literally tell you, "Sell
Mhm.
my house fast, Portland" was your keyword,
Right.
or "We buy houses Portland." People are not typing those into GPT or even AI overviews anymore.
Yeah.
The length of a Google search increased from, it was like an average of 6 words to now
Mhm.
the length of a Google search is an average of almost 10 words.
Really?
And
That's a
it's
big
going to keep
jump.
on growing because people are using sentences now. So
Right.
if we lock that in, then the next question is, well, how do these search engines actually decide if we're the trustworthy, credible source to put in front of them?
Right.
Well, they look at a few things. The website is actually one of the core things they still look at. Does this company have a home online that
Mhm.
we can learn from? Okay, and that's how they're treating it. Do they have a home online that they can learn from, that has the right information on it, that you can tell are they experienced in this thing?
Mhm.
Not just do they say that they can buy a house. They want you to show it. So don't just say I can buy a probate house in Chattanooga.
Mhm.
Now we need to show it. So we need to go, well, you might say, hey, we can buy houses, we can buy probate houses, houses that are inherited in Chattanooga. For example, here's Johnny's house that we bought, on Oak Avenue.
Mhm.
Johnny had this situation. Here's the actual picture of Johnny's house.
Right.
This was the situation. These are the options we gave him, and here's how we helped him. Go click this to go see Johnny's whole case study. So we need to be really showing people that we do the thing, not just telling them that we do the thing. Okay?
So what's the best way to put that on your site? Obviously, I know you guys, maybe a blog, like some type where you can just have these stories, or because you can't, there's only so much you could jam onto that front page.
Yeah. So let's say the front page, there's a page structure that we've created that's optimized for AI search that we're really building into the Carrot sites right now. We're, getting ahead of the market for people.
Right.
And part of that page structure is you are going to have a case studies or examples section. You're going to have a section that talks about the different situations you buy in. So, hey, we can buy houses that are inherited and da-da-da that are, that are all the different situations. And so in that, we're going to try to bring up a testimonial about one of those situations or about that thing at the bottom of that section. And then we're usually going to have a click this to see the full case study or and a case studies page. Then we want to have case studies if we can. If you're a newer investor, that's something that we've got to go for. But if you're experienced, write down all those situations that you buy houses in, write down all the locations. And I want to have case studies that literally list out how we actually performed this service for a real person in this market with this situation. And so you can link from your homepage to, it could be a blog about that, or it could be a case studies page. But either way, think about showing that you do it. Don't just tell people that you do it. Reviews are a big part of it. They look at your reviews on your Google business profile and the reviews on your website.
Yeah.
And make sure that the reviews aren't just, hey, David was great to work with, right? It's not about that. It's, I inherited a house from my uncle in Chattanooga. It was really hard. This other investor backed out. David helped me buy it quickly, and he was fair to work with. That's an amazing testimony.
Yeah. Can the GPTs, can they look at video, or do they read that?
That's a great question. So am I able to share my screen? I'm going to show you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to show you guys something that I think would be helpful.
Nice.
So let me move past that one there. And I'm going to go right here first. So this is kind of hard to read, y'all. If you guys are watching this, let me make that a little bit bigger. This is the way that Google used to look at ranking things.
Okay.
And guys, this applies. I don't care if you're like, well, Trevor, I don't do Google stuff. I'm a direct mail guy, or I'm a cold calling guy, or I just use billboards. All offline marketing drives online demand. I don't care if you're doing billboards. We've got a guy, JP Pirtle, in Louisville, Kentucky, the biggest investor in Louisville, moved over from a custom site to a Carrot site. And probably 60% of his organic traffic is from his billboard.
Right.
It says JP sold all over Louisville. So if you're doing outbound marketing, people are going to the internet to search up your company name.
100%. Yeah.
And so this is critical. But these are a lot of the factors that Google used to look at. The content on the website was a biggie, and it still is. Keywords, the keywords I talked about crammed into your title tags. There's still some relevancy there, because you got to have the entities we talked about, but you don't have to put sell my house fast Oregon now in it. Backlinks were a biggie. Like, there was the era of people building a gazillion backlinks to their websites. That era, we've been pushing against it for years, and now it's finally, I think it's over now. And I'll show you guys what to do instead.
Okay.
So that's what Google used to look at. And a lot of those are still true, but I'm going to walk you through kind of a few things that they're looking at now. And this is what we're going for, right, David? We're trying to, here's an example of a client in a search, sell my house fast in Dayton, Ohio. Like, one of those searches, the way that people used to search. So we see Homelight, which is a national buyer, and then we see Ohio cash buyers.
Wow, look at that. They
have a link up there. It's the number one result of that Google AI overviews actually linked up over Homelight and over another national. That's because they've done what I'm about to show you. Okay. So let me walk you through a couple other things here. Let's see. Okay. So one thing that we did find, and then we're going to go into the video question, is people might be saying, well, shoot, so I've been doing all this SEO stuff to get in front of sellers. Does the stuff that used to work still work? And we did a study comparing the results between a Google organic a Google organic search with an AI overview at the top of it, and then a GPT search.
Okay.
And we compiled the different websites that were referenced and called up there. And what we did find is there's a lot of similarities between the Google organic results and even what GPT is showing. So you can see here,
Really?
Columbia Redevelopment was at the top of just the straight organic. Property Max is another one. Grand House Buyers, the Beckham Group, in where I live in Roseburg.
Okay.
The AI overview shows a lot of the same ones: Columbia Redevelopment, Property Max, but then it brings in this other one, Massed Property Development. Okay, that's one for some reason they're actually pulling up as a little bit more credible than maybe that the other ones were showing. And then you can see these here. That's a Carrot client that's getting pulled up in there. Let's look at the GPT. The GPT, it's a lot of similarities, but there's a couple that are different, right? You see Columbia Redevelopment, Beckham Group, Property Max, Grand House Buyers. These were ones that were mentioned in the other results.
Yeah.
And now you've got a couple that weren't. So these are ones that they're pulling up and saying, hey, these are relevant too. And one of the things that we have found is when we're looking at this, and this is where the video part comes into play, is in the AI world, there's different things that the search engines are looking at now than they used to look at. Okay, like Google in the past was looking at your backlinks and looking at that content, and there were some other things that they were looking at for sure. But today, when we look at the top 3 AI search engines, which are ChatGPT, Perplexity, and AI overviews, Google's AI overviews.
Right.
If you look at the top 3 things that they look at when they're deciding what to put up high, GPT uses Wikipedia as number 1, which that's really hard for a local investor to get mentioned in Wikipedia, right? So we can take that one and kind of toss it out, because none of your other competitors are getting mentioned in Wikipedia either. So that one's okay. Toss it out. The number 2 is Reddit.
Really? So, is it still pulling Reddit? I had heard that they weren't going to do that anymore.
Dude, so yeah, we've been diving deep on this, and it's actually pulling Reddit more than ever, which is wild. Reddit is the only site of the 3 top that is in all 3 of their top 3. It's in all 3 of their top 3. So if we look at the number 2 result, which is behind us, Perplexity, their first thing that they pull from is Reddit. Google's AI overviews, the second thing that they pull from is Reddit.
Right.
So there's a couple things that we can do, and we've got this master prompt that we've created that we'll have a client run on a monthly basis, and it's this big long prompt, and it will actually pull the results from Reddit in your local area on Reddit threads that are relevant to your business or relevant to your topic. It'll summarize them for you. It'll tell you how to engage in it and give you a link to it. If someone just did that on a quarterly basis and just engaged in a few threads, or a monthly basis, engaged in a few threads, it's going to really help build that credibility profile for you in a big way. And it could take 15 minutes a month. But here's where video comes in. Google's AI overviews, the number 1 thing it looks at is YouTube.
Really? So is it, and I mean, sorry to interrupt you, but I'm fascinated by this. Is it actually like, can it scan the video, or is it looking at the comments underneath?
Yeah, so there's a couple things. So most videos today, and I'm going to show the site here in a bit as an example. Most videos today, YouTube does have the transcription in it, right? It's got captions. If you look over the side of it, it's all transcribed. So it's got all the words in there. So it's a mixture of what's actually said on the video. So if I'm doing a video with the client, I want my business name to be talked about and said in that video, because they're actually recognizing it there. But in the description, I do want my description to also mention it and link up my website and link up my about page and things like that. I'm going to give you a real example of a real client.
Love it.
And I'm going to change the tab I'm presenting here. Sorry for switching this up on you a little bit. I'm just going to share my window, actually. We'll do that so I don't have to swap tabs. So this is a real client on the YouTube side of it. This guy has done better than ever this past year. We were on a call the other day. He's in my coaching program. He's like, dude, he's a one-man show.
Okay.
His name is Brad out of Georgia. And he said, man, I can't keep up with the leads. We've already surpassed our revenue from last year for this year, and we're having the best year ever.
Love that.
And it's 100% organic. Okay. And this is a guy that you see GPT leads, AI overview leads popping all the time. Okay. So when you look at his, about 2 to 3 years ago, we were talking with our clients to say, double down on video. Why? Well, for the reason we talked, because you're able to put it on YouTube and Google and the other search engines look at those things. But the next thing is when you can put video up here, it shows that you are an expert on the topic. And most real estate investors just have a bunch of words and no video where they can dive in and teach the topic.
Yeah.
Right. So this site doesn't look the prettiest. I mean, there's some aesthetic things that he can clean up on it for sure. But let's go look at this. He's got all these case study videos about the client experience. Sell house and rent in retirement. That's a situation. Sell my house faster in Jasper. That's a situation. Gwinnett County. That's another entity. He buys in Gwinnett County. Selling inherited house in Delcab. You can just go on here. Selling a house as is. He's going after all these situations, doing videos with those clients and showing that he's an expert, not just telling. Okay.
Now, the only thing I'd ever heard, maybe I'm probably wrong, but having all those videos, it slows your load time down. Does that affect it at all?
Yeah, it definitely could for sure. So every video that you put on there, it can slow the load time down. One thing that we do on the Carrot side is we do something called lazy loading, which when a website loads, and this is something we take care of for Carrot clients, you don't have to worry about with the custom sites.
Yeah.
When a website loads, we actually don't load the video. We load a picture that looks like the video.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. So automatically we look at what does that thumbnail look like, and we load a picture of it. So we're actually loading 6 photos versus 6 videos.
Got it. And then it's just a clickable link of some kind.
Yep. And then and it's seamless for the viewer. The viewer can't tell.
Right.
So when they come down, if I'm going to then hover over it, like you saw on some of these ones, when I hovered over them, then this thing came up.
Right.
Our system then recognized someone's trying to engage in that. Now let's actually show the video player.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So there's things like that you can do to speed things up. Okay. But then what he did is he went through and created those, those situation pages like that inherited house. And then once again, he puts out really good deep content, and then he's showing videos on these. Now, am I going to say that everybody has to go and double down on video like Brad has? No, I'm just saying it works amazingly well, and it's going to give you not just an edge in getting in the search engines, like the AI search engines. It's going to actually help your website convert better. Because if someone sees a website that's generic, that doesn't have credibility, doesn't have a personal approach to it, that doesn't have testimonials and case studies, it's going to be less credible in their eyes. They're going to work with the person who seems 100%. More trustworthy, who seems more approachable.
Yeah.
So yeah, video is something I would definitely double down on in this day and age for sure.
Love it. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Even on the social media stuff, video performs better than just written text.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Exactly.
Wow. So that's a lot of stuff for the average person like me.
Steps now too.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I definitely love to talk about that. But I mean, just for those of you that are listening, you're like, oh, that sounds really amazing. But how in the world do I do any of that stuff? Well, that's what you guys do, right? I know you didn't come on here to really promote Carrot, but like that's what you guys do for people, and this is what you've been doing for absolutely forever. So yeah, I'd love to talk about the steps.
Yeah, so the basic steps I'll walk through with you guys here. I'm going to show the screen again, then I'm just going to break it down. And guys, here's the deal. On this live stream, I'm not going to try to believe that you're going to get, you're going to understand everything there is to know about AI SEO in this, 30 minutes or so. I've dove in for dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of hours just to wrap my head around the data and what's happening to consolidate it. And we've spent thousands of hours over the last number of years to master this stuff. So I'm going to distill down the high level steps to make you aware of some of the things you can do.
Right.
And then we can give you other free resources or low cost resources to go deep if you want to go deep. Okay.
Yeah, and I think just one more time, interrupt, guys. This is the successful people that run these great wholesaling companies. They don't try to do every single thing themselves. That they're not trying to do their own transactions, and they're definitely not out there trying to learn SEO. Just absolutely go to the people who are the industry leaders and let them do it for you. And you focus on talking to buyers and sellers.
Yep, exactly. So the first thing, guys, is Search Engine Land says this as well. The question is, our website's going away? We would not be in the website business, in the marketing business, if we thought they were going away. Like we would have switched businesses a long time ago.
Right.
I ask that question every year. It's like, what is a website in 10 years? What replaces it? And I think something will replace the traditional website as we know it over the next 5 to 6 years. But I think what we're going to see next, David, is hyper personalized websites. right? Where when someone comes on the website, the content is personalized towards them as a visitor. That's coming, and we're going to be leading that charge over the coming
Really?
seasons. But right now, website is still the most valuable digital asset. So you need to own that, have that home for it. Okay. So that's the first thing, is if you're doing any type of marketing, offline, online, whatever it is, you've got to have that website. And there's a couple things that you've got to do, right? It does have to load fast. It's got to be easy to navigate, all those things, amazing on mobile, all those things that we take care of. But there's a couple things that I see a lot of people making mistakes on. So the first thing that Google and GPT want to see is they want to see online consistency. So this is step one. Once you launch the website, put your phone number up there, your company name, your address needs to be on that about page or that contact
Be a
page.
person.
Yeah.
Be, yeah. People they know, like, and trust, right? They want to do business with a person, not just some faceless entity.
Yeah. So we need to make sure that that address, phone number, and company name is also the very exact same information on your Google business profile. So go set up a Google business profile. That's step 2. And make sure it's got the exact same company name typed the exact same way. Okay.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
There were people for years and years that would game the Google business profile thing, and they would name their Google business profile like Connecticut House Buyers, but their actual company name is XYZ House Buyers.
Right. I get that.
And that, I feel, is going to start to go away, because once again, we're entity based around the company name here now. Okay. So make sure the Google business profile has the same name as your company name. It's the same phone number as the phone number they can find on your website, and it's the same address.
Oh, that's a huge tip.
Yep. That's step 1. Step 2 with it is I would make your Google business profile and your website, make sure they're very robust with content. So a lot of people will just start a business profile and they won't fully fill it out. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys one here. So there's a company called Rapid Fire Home Buyers.
Okay.
They're a big buyer. They're a client of ours. I'll just type up, I've got to type a location because they're in multiple markets. So I'll do Louisville, Kentucky.
Got it.
And they do 500 deals a year. They moved over from a custom site to Carrot about 2 years ago, and we're their number 1 lead source right now.
Okay.
And this is their Google business profile. So when they started with us, we guided them. They didn't have a lot of reviews, and it wasn't robust. So guys, fill out everything in that Google business profile that you can possibly fill out. And once again, this helps not just with your online marketing. If you're a cold caller, direct mail, billboard person, you don't do any online marketing, this is going to be one of those things that helps you close leads and deals that you are losing right now. Because if people do the Google search for your company name, when they're going to make a decision between you and somebody else, if they don't find anything or something with one negative review and it's not built out, that's one of those negative trust signals that goes off in someone's mind. If they see enough of those, they're going to choose to work with someone else. And then you're going to go, man, I thought we had the deal. Why didn't we close it? It could have been because they logged on and that other person's online credibility was better than yours, and that made them trust you more. That could have been it.
That's so important.
Yeah. So make sure, once again, your phone number and address is the same. Here's a little tip with your hours. Make your hours 24 hours.
Really?
We actually learned this from one of our clients. His name is Keith. And he found that when he changed his hours to 24 hours instead of closing at 6,
right,
he was actually getting, like, if someone does a Google search at 7 o'clock,
right, it wouldn't probably pop up.
It probably wouldn't come up. And so he was getting deals because he was the only one that marked 24 hours on it.
Wow.
So little things like that, and then fill out every darn thing that they allow you to fill out. Okay. Make posts inside of there if you can every so often. Fill out all the information in here. And it's going to help tell ChatGPT and Google, hey, here are some more of the details about that business. Okay. So that's step 2, and I'll give you step 3, and we'll finish it with this. These are just the 3 things I'd have people start with.
Yeah.
Okay. So once you've got that website and it's robust and you've really built it out with a lot of information, you've talked about what you do, and then you've shown what you do, and you bring credibility in. Okay. A lot of the things like this client here on this Carrot website, you've got your Google business profile. The next thing I would have people do is I would have people go find what I call a hyper local link. Okay. What people have been doing in the past, David, is going to Fiverr or some SEO agency and buying a gazillion crappy links, and it works.
Okay. Yeah.
What I suggest people do now is join your local chamber of commerce, pay the $300, the $500. That's the link that the AI search engines are looking for the most right now. Actually, hyper local, trustworthy link.
Okay.
Join the chamber. at the level where they give you a link to your website as a part of that membership.
Mhm.
Join it, and then get the link to your website.
It's
And then
just it's worth it just for that.
just for that, I'd rather get that one link than 500 links that you're getting through some sort of a link service.
Really? Now, what
Uh,
about people that are nationwide or working in multiple markets? Do they need to go join a bunch of them, or is just having one good enough?
it's a good question. So what we've done is we're gonna hyper, like these guys here, they're in 5 or 6 markets, right? And so what our guidance is if that market is a measurable part of your income and you have location pages for that
Mhm,
market. So like these
mhm.
guys, they're in all these different markets. They have a location page for Louisville, Kentucky. They actually happen to have an office in Louisville. Yeah,
Oh,
if they're wanting to get mentioned in that market and it's a market that they're really focusing on, they should join that local chamber, and that link should point to this location page for Louisville.
hmm.
They should go sponsor a couple local sports teams
Yeah,
for $300, and then negotiate a link from that local sports teams. I'm talking like little league team. I'm not
yeah.
talking
Yeah,
the
yeah,
pro
yeah.
team.
Not the Savannah Bananas or anything.
Yeah, and get a link from that league to your website. I would go sponsor a cause that you're passionate about for $500 or $1,000
Yeah.
that you feel good about, that contributes to the community, but then negotiate a link on their website to your website.
Mhm.
So I would, if you're national, I'd probably pick which markets you're really wanting to invest into, and I would do
Mhm.
that with those. And the other ones you probably wouldn't have to do it on.
Nice.
Yep.
That's valuable tip right there, guys.
Yeah.
That's absolutely amazing.
And there's a million other things that people would need to do, but if you just did
Mhm.
those 3 things, you got online if you're not,
Right.
you made sure it loaded fast, it had all
Mhm.
the things that was an amazing, customer experience, and it built out really robust content,
Right.
which that's a whole nother hour call. We can help you guys with that, or we have trainings on it. You
Yeah.
then got your Google business profile dialed in, you filled out everything on it, made sure
Mhm.
the company name, phone number, address was exactly the same.
Right.
And then you just went and bought a couple hyper local links. Those things alone are going to be better than 70% of the other ones in your market. And then you can optimize from there with the things that we teach.
Nice. So the most important first step is get a Carrot website. Like let's not try to do all this stuff yourself.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, that's what we focus on every day. I mean, that's the thing, David. We sell a product that people can get for free other places,
Mhm.
right? I'm gonna take that out and just rattle that objection in
Mhm.
front to go, well, I can set up a website on Wix or
Mhm.
GoDaddy, or my cousin Eddie can build me a
Yeah.
WordPress site for $300, or I get it for free in this all-in-one tool. And yeah,
Right.
we wouldn't be in business if we thought that you could actually solve your problem with one of those tools
Mhm.
in a high ticket service business like investors and agents are in, where if you lose one deal from underperformance, that one deal could cost you 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, $100,000,
Yeah.
right? So the question that we always ask is, how much is that cheap or free website actually costing you? Because we wake up every day and only focus on this.
Mhm.
And when someone's able to wake up every day and only focus on becoming a master at this, you get this leverage that you can't get with people who are just throwing it in there as a
Right.
feature. And so that's what we help you to do, is we get ahead of the curve. Everyone else kind of follows us. We keep you ahead of it. And if we just helped you win one $30,000 deal that you wouldn't have got every
Like you
every
got
year
10
or
extra
two,
money.
that pays for
Yeah.
Carrot for 20 years.
Right. I love that. That's amazing. Trevor, thank you so much, man. This was absolutely amazing. I'm going to make
Yeah.
sure I send this to all of our guys to make sure that our websites, even in our business, uh, that we're
Yeah.
doing all of these things. So that was absolutely amazing. What's the best website if somebody wants? They're like, I need one of these websites. What's the best
Yeah.
website for them to get a hold of you and get this going in their business?
Dude, the first thing is carrot.com. There's a link up there on the screen. And guys, go through David's link. So if you're looking in the show notes, click that link. We do have a challenge coming up.
Oh,
It's a 3-day AI SEO challenge. We'll give you that link, David, to make
hmm,
sure that you guys link that up.
yes,
But we're going to do that every month, once a month, until people don't need it
nice,
anymore. So we're probably going to be doing these one a month for the
yeah,
next 4, 5, 6 months. But it's if you go to our website, or if you
hmm,
guys look at David's show notes, we'll give
hmm,
him a link
yeah,
to our 3-day AI SEO challenge. It's
I
2
love
hours
it.
a day for 3 days, where
Yeah.
we dive deep. We give you my GPT prompts, like that Reddit prompt
Uh
and a
huh.
few others that
Oh, cool.
take about 80% of the work, and they scrunch it down. That's how we're able to get all this done in 6 hours total with people.
Love it. Well, yeah, definitely give me that link because I'd love to go on and promote it, social
Cool.
media, and to all of our people, and give it to all of our clients because they should be doing this.
Yep.
Because
And
I
it's
think
only
it is.
$27. Like,
Ah,
it's a $27 deal.
it's amazing.
Guys, it's a no-brainer. We want to get this information in people's hands so you guys can
Yeah.
actually get in front of your prospects.
Awesome. Guys, we'll get you the link for that. Make sure you join that. Go over, get yourself a carrot site. I mean, all of the top people in every single market, even in my market here, we don't wholesale anymore, but anytime I pull it up, I know it's always a carrot site because those are the people that are serious about building this business. Trevor, again, thank you so much, man. I'm super honored to have gotten you on here. And I don't know what strings Hannah pulled to do this, but it was very big for us. I really
I
appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man. I absolutely love what you do, man. I every time,
Thank you.
yeah, I get to see the awards that you get at the family
Oh,
mastermind, other things like that. You're
that was
making a big impact on the community, and
that
absolutely an
was
honor to be on here with you.
that was very cool. I was very surprised,
That
and
was cool.
they said a lot of nice things, and it was a little bit embarrassing. So, but it was very cool. But no, again, thank you so much. Hope to talk to you soon, guys. If you like this, make sure you share it with another investor because these were absolutely dialed in tactical tips that you can 100% implement into your business. Again, Trevor, thank you so much, guys. I will see you on the next episode and see you at the closing table.
Cool. Thank you, guys.